Okay, so let's talk about order of operations, or how we like to say it, BEDMAS. Okay, so BEDMAS stands for brackets, exponents, divide, multiply, add, and subtract. Okay, and this is the order in which we have to perform mathematical operations. Although there's a bit of a caveat here, meaning that for here, you divide and multiply in the order they appear, from left to right. And then for adding and subtracting, same deal. You do those in the order that they appear from left to right as well. Okay? So, let's do an example of this. We'll start off with an easy example. I have 2 squared plus 3 minus 1. Okay? So, first thing I have to do is brackets. There are no brackets. The next thing I have to do is exponents. All right, so I do exponents. 2 squared is 4. Now, I actually have to, even though I don't use these, I have to actually keep these here in order to keep everything equal. Okay? I have to keep them there even though I'm not using them. And then the next step I do is I have to add and subtract in the order they appear. So the next thing I do is 4 plus 3 is 7. And the next step after that is 7 minus 1, which is 6. Notice I put the minus 1 there. Okay, even though I wasn't using it, it still has to stay there to keep everything equal. Notice all my equal signs are going down in a straight line. That's the other thing you have to be aware of. All your equal signs always go down in a straight line. Okay, so let's do a slightly more difficult one. So say I have 2 against a bracket, 3 times 2, actually, plus 1 minus 5. Okay, so the first thing I have to do in this case is brackets, all right? Well, here are the brackets, okay? Just here so I have more room to write. Okay, so this equals, the 2 stays because I'm not using it. The bracket stays because I still have to do BEDMAS inside the bracket, okay? So 3 times 2 is 6. And then I have to keep the plus 1, I have to keep the bracket, and I have to keep the subtract 5. Even though I'm not using it, but I have to keep it there so I know those things are there and I have to use them eventually. So the next thing I have to do is the 6 plus 1, because I have to do whatever's in the brackets first. So the 2 stays there, 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 5. Now, the thing about this is you have to remember the relationship between the 2 and the bracket, and that actually means multiply. So this could be actually written as this, if you really wanted to, okay? Either way would be acceptable to me. I don't care. So 2 times 7, I'll just put an equal sign a little lower there. 2 times 7 is 14. Because according to BEDMAS, I have to do divide and multiply before I do add and subtract. So now I have 14 minus 5, and 14 minus 5 is 9. Notice I kept the minus 5 here, even though I wasn't using it. Look, minus 5 stayed here the whole entire time, even though I didn't use it, okay? Even if you're not using it, it's still part of the equation, and it has to stay there. Notice my equal signs go all the way down. Everything's there, okay? Thank you.